once again to this workshop. We'll call it workshop, and it is organized by True Income. We all know who True Income is or what True Income stands for. We stand for the truth when it comes to trading, stand for the truth, and we stand for profitability. And our goal is that everybody that pass through trading us will be profitable. That's our goal. That in everything you do, you are profitable. So that is why we are coming on board to prepare you for a transformation for next year. Who you must become. Look at what that topic says. The topic never says what you must become, okay, or what you must do. There's a becoming that is just part of you. This is what I see sometimes. Like I said, I've said this time with that number. Sometimes I'll just open the chart. I'll just open the chart, and immediately I open the chart. I know what I want to do in the market already, because what will make me to get money out of that is not even the analysis. It is how I behave in the place of that analysis or in the place of that thing playing out. And I'll be giving out some information that are not even in this slide today. Okay, so please pay attention and join in with me. So if you are ready for this particular workshop, just give me thumbs up so that I will know that you are following me. Give me thumbs up so that I know you are following me. Okay. Thank you. Mm. Do I have delay? It seems I'm having delay. Okay, so let's go straight away to what we have today. So my name is James Obi Samuel once again. As we all know, now most traders are searching for the perfect strategy. That's what they are searching for. Most traders are looking for the perfect indicator. Most traders are looking for the perfect setup, but the market is not looking for perfection. As a matter of fact, let me quickly talk about this perfection. If you're an experienced trader, there's what we call efficiency and inefficiency in the trading space. This is a word that most traders don't know, and I don't think I've done a very in-depth class in it. It's basically not associated to forex trading alone. It's associated to anything finance. So efficiency and inefficiency in terms of money. Let me quickly explain it because of this statement I just made earlier. The perfect setup or perfect pair. That's why I want to explain this now. Efficiency is something that can stand, that can withstand crisis. But the ones that fall when they are crisis, please sorry for my background noise. When they are crisis, those ones are inefficiency. And when it comes to the forex market itself, the forex market is efficiency. That's why I used to hear some people saying that efficiency and all of those things. Why is it? Because the forex market does not just move based on anything, based on any noise in the market. No. I have said this times with that number. After trading for so many years, I discovered that the forex market does not move based on noise. It moves based on the decision of the banks and decision of the economy, the overall move of the economy. I can have a particular news that is being released today and push Euro USD downward. That does not mean that Euro USD is not going to continue buying, because currently for this year now we have Euro USD to be bullish. And next year I'm expecting to be bullish more. Okay, because the economy that is what the economy is telling us. So the news can pull it down with some maybe 100 pips, 200 pips, 300 pips. Does not mean that price is only looking for where there are more money, where banks have already put more money to continue going up. So the forex market is sufficient. But when you look at the inefficiency, like the stock can drop 50% in a day. 50% of the whole of the equity of stock can drop in a day. Crypto can do the same. Um, um, Someone should tell me some other things that can do the same. Futures can do the same. But that does not happen in forex. And that is what makes forex to be a game that is not based on your technical analysis. Okay? Because it can withstand any pressure. It doesn't move anyhow. And when there are not much movement, you cannot expect yourself to just be profitable all overnight. And that is one of the things that happens when it comes to the trading space. You have to know the instrument you are trading. Forex market is not a market that is good for day trader. If you are still preparing yourself to become a day trader, forget about it. You are going to struggle for a very long time in trading. You are hearing from a seasoned trader here now. You are going to struggle for a very long time in trading. You are still following those people that are saying that some people are manipulating your market. You are still going to struggle for long in the forex market. I believe you are following me here. So these are the things that people have as misconception, and if those things are not cleared away, just like the discussion we were having before now, why some people are saying that trading is spiritual. Those mentality and all of those things are things that will continually holding you back, holding one down, and one will not be able to move to the next level when it comes to the forex market. Okay, so the forex market, what I just explained now, efficiency and inefficiency, means that the forex market is a stable market. It does not move by noise. Okay, so if the market drop massively, maybe something happened to the economy of that people that you are trading, and we know that the banks are taking very high measures for such things not to happen, because if it happens they are going to lose money. They are trading in line of the banks, and that is why you can see day traders, they make today, they lose tomorrow, they make today. I have my team members here. Sometimes we just take 2 trades in a week and we are done. Even in a month, 2, 3, 4, 5, we are done for that month. 5% is made, 6% is made, and that is how. And if we don't make anything for that month, even though maybe the market was not so good, we stay away from the market. That is the nature that is required for the forex market. Such nature might not be required for the stock market or for the futures market. So if you are staying in the forex market, you need to understand what is profitability really means. Now, profitability is not something you chase. It is something you attract by becoming the right person. Now, there are two things when it comes to the forex market. There are two things that you must know. There is an analyst, and there is a money manager or a trader. A trader is different from an analyst. I will share experience with you. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, about 4 years to 3 years ago, when I was working with my mentor, because after learning from my mentor, I worked with him for some years before I now have my own freedom. That time I became, process of me working with him make me to become a very good analyst. And if I will attribute my analysis strength to anything, it will be that period that I work with him for long. So I learned quite a number of things when it comes to analysis with him. But that does not make me a trader. I became a trader when I left him and I began to work on myself, begin to look at my numbers. What have I been able to make? What have I not been able to make? What can I do? What's my skill bringing to the table? That is what makes me to become a profitable trader. So, in a nutshell, some of you are chasing analysis. You are chasing, okay, the next strategy, the next this thing. And like I said, you are saying that if this one works for you, this one doesn't work for you. No. If a system works, it works for everybody. You buy a car now, and I buy the same car, and nothing is happening, nothing is fault to the car. If we start the engine, we have the fuel, we have everything in it, we start it, it's going to horn. So, but because it will work for everybody. So, what works for you, if it's not working for everybody, is just luck. It will stop working later. It will stop working later. And that is why I have built this my own system, pass it on to some of my students. They learned how to do it, and it's working for them. And this is the same system that we have built on trading room. And that's one of the reasons I stopped Signal totally. That no, Signal is not going to help you, because I'm just giving you the idea. But the profitability for you to be able to manage it is not in your system. And that's what we want to look at today altogether. So let's move on very well. Profitability is an identity, not a result. It is what you become. It is what you attract. It is whom you are becoming. Someone that is, let me give an example. Someone that is going for a very long time. I did music when I was in university, but for a very long time I've not touched the guitar. I've not touched any musical instrument because I've just been trading for a very long time. I'm talking of almost a year and a half now. I've not even touched the guitar, and I have guitar even here in my office. But today my son went to go and pick it, and it was dusty. I picked it up. I was not doing anything, so I cleaned it up, and I was able to still play some of the songs I played for my exams back then. After years of stopping, what happened? Yes, I might not be able to work with that same speed I used to play the guitar before. But because I have become a guitarist, it's already in my system. I'll give you a moment. It's already in my system. I do it again, it will work. If you are a surgeon, you have done it years of experience, you can do it anytime again. Yeah, you are going to have some complicated issues, but with that experience and with what you are expecting, you can still manage these things up. And the more you do it, the better you become. So profitability is an identity, just like I said, that what makes me a guitarist is not because I carry the guitar, but because I can play it. So what makes you profitable is because you have been embedded to be a profitable trader. So it's not a result. It's not that maybe you have 1,000 returns. No, 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 no. This is that things that people don't know. So profit is not a lucky outcome. It's a reflection. So when you are profitable, then your result will prove it that yes, you are profitable because it is what is in you. So the market does not pay traders for effort. It pays traders for discipline, for structure, for emotional maturity. The market does not respond to hope. And this is another thing. When I see some people and I engage with some traders, what they are trading, their strategy is built on hope. When I buy from this level, I hope it's going to go up. Or I hope it's still going to go more. Market is already giving you a clear bearish move. And you are still saying, I hope it's going to reach my take profit before it reverses. Hope strategy, that's how some people trade, and all of those things does not work at the long run. Can work for some times, just like I was telling a guy that I met at one of the conference I went to this year. I met one guy, the guy was sitting beside me and we were talking, and the guy was saying that he is not really a trader, but he's doing more of affiliate marketing for the company, but he has a robot that he introduced to people and all that. So he was trying to sell a robot to me. He doesn't know who I am or what I can do in the forex market. So I said I should explain how the robot works. Then it tells me that, okay, if gold is buying, that the robot only trade gold. If it's buying, this, for those of you that you trade gold this year, you'll be able to understand what I'm saying. If is buying, it's going to enter with maybe 0.1 or 0.01. Then if market drop, it's going to enter again with maybe 0.02. Then if it got by some percentage, so the strategy is built on percentage. Maybe if it drop 50 points, it's going to enter again with 0.2 to be able to cover up for the previous losses. If it does not go up again, it drop again with another 50 points. It's going to go in with 0.3, and then it continued doing that. And I told the guy that for the main time it's going to work. I think the conference was around October, September, I can't remember. Maybe October. I said that this is going to work because gold is bullish this year. Lo and behold, the next month, I collected the guy's number. The month that followed, gold became bearish. And the guy said, and I saw the guy's status multiple times. Guy used to upload, hey, we just this one 10x, this one 10x. After some times, that particular month that gold became bearish, the guy lost account, his people's account. They begin to drag this guy, and the guy stopped even posting on it. These are things that I see people do in the forex trading that are not sustainable. Now, your own goal that you are coming to the forex trading to make a lot of money is that you want to stay long. You don't want to just stay there and not say, just like the guy that was trading robot and all of that. Sometimes it will stop working. And if someone like you just maybe get the robot and gold became bearish the second week, you are going to lose your whole of your capital. And some people, they will borrow money because it was working last month. I remember I did that back in those days when I was trading. I see what was the name of that company? Um, I can't remember the name of the IPC or so. IPC, yeah, that's the name of that company. Some of my friends that time I collected their money. My girlfriend, then now my wife, just came back from service. All the money she came from service, we put together. All the money we plan to do for wedding introduction that time, we put it together, we put it on IPC. Because the month before she came back, it was profitable. I make a lot of money, as in big money then. And then the second month, all the money I collected from my pastor and everything, I put it in IPC the second month. The first thing that they told me was that month, like the second week I put the money there, the first thing they said was that every person in the US, you start to join money. Of course, I was not that experienced like what I am now. That's supposed to be the signal that if you're in the US, withdraw your money. That was supposed to be signal that this thing is about to crash. But I still say that they say that because of their US policy. My dear, after 2 weeks or 3 weeks of that transaction, all our money lost. All my life savings and everything went with it. That's the thing that happens to this best of the people. So you cannot go into the forex today with that kind of mentality of what works for now and stop working. For the 5 years, 7 years I've been trading forex trading, this thing that I've been doing kept on working. I can give you an example of some of the people I met. I started being effective on TikTok. I think 2014. That was when 2024. That was when I was really active on TikTok. Some of those people I met on TikTok 2027, 2024, 2025, they were not in the market again. They could not sustain it. They could not, because 2024 was before this guy came on board. Donald Trump. Donald Trump came, the market big show is another self. They cannot sustain it. So what am I saying is that your profitability means that at every circumstances and incident that happens in the market, you are still standing. And that is what we are still going to talk about in this. So I need to be fast now. If I'm talking very fast, what are the things I need to become? Become the disciplined trader. In my experience, I discovered that I was not disciplined with money before I ventured into trading. But since I ventured into trading and I want to be profitable, discipline is not negotiable. So discipline is not just about the chart. It begins long before the market opens. Your habits, things we do. I remember when we started trading back then, there are times that we open. Even this year, sometimes I said, okay, me and my team want to meet by 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock. They are already there waiting for me. I was like, what kind of guys are these guys? And then they will be the ones to even pull me up and say, guy, you don't need to be. That is discipline. Not because they want to make a lot of money or they want to make money, but because they are already used to it. And that is what it is. And that is what you need to become. There's a routine, your habit. How do you see money? What are the things that you are doing? What is your mentality? What is your routine? Are you the kind of person that you don't even put up your beds together? You don't even do anything, you don't, and you are expecting profitability? No, your self-control. Profitability comes with self-control also. Self-control. Can you control yourself? That's urge. There's a statement that says that a man that conquers himself has conquered everything. Okay, so sometimes back in those days, I cannot stop pressing that buy and sell. But now I can decide to press buy and sell. I was just saying it before we start. That back in this for the past 2 weeks now, True Income has closed for work. In this analysis, you see that we have not been sending analysis, and I've not even I don't press any buy or sell. Maybe it was only the first week that I did that. And there was a trade account I was on drawdown. I saw opportunity to take it out of drawdown, and then I did. Immediately, it went back to the exact amount. I closed the trade. Even though if I held that trade, it would have given me times 3 of it. But I decide that is the purpose of me entering that trade. I'm not trading again. I can control myself. This is the mentality. The market, before you even know about forex market, this thing has been existing. And even if you not trade again, it will continue existing. So opportunity will always come again. That one that you are chasing, it will come and go. Another one will come. If you can just wait a little, and that is, it comes with self-control. Okay, your choice when nobody is watching, when I'm not there, when Rotimi is not there, when Ice is not there, when it remains you and the chat, it is what we are talking about. That is discipline. Okay, so if you cannot control your life, you will never control your traits. You cannot. So discipline, the discipline you avoid in life will be enforced by the market. These are the things I discovered. And that thing I thought that that is long due for you to stop doing as a bad habit, if you do not discipline yourself now, the forex market will amplify it. If you are a greedy person, the market will show it. If you are not a nice person, the market will show it. Every of your attitude, the market will bring it up to you. So what are the things that you need to be disciplined about? Discipline of your routine, discipline of your rules, discipline of your risk, discipline of your patience. If you look at my dashboard, my own personal dashboard, you will see consistency in my lot size, consistency in my stop loss. That is what helps profitability. At any time, I do not change it. I have mastered it. It has become part of me. There's a danger in that, though, because when you begin to trade a bigger account, you might still want to be seeing that kind of volumes you are seeing before. But how did I solve that? We'll come to that later also. So, discipline of patience. The money is in waiting. I get that from my mentor. Money is in waiting, not in buying and selling. Patience. Be patient. Be patient. Impatience is a silent tax every undisciplined traders pay. Discipline of emotion. Discipline of emotion. You have to be disciplined. Emotion, discipline of consistency. Just come and show up every day. No excuse. Discipline of reviews. These are things that I am doing and I've passed on to others, and you are seeing the result massively. Just prepare yourself towards this now. So let's move on to the next thing. Become a trader with a clear plan. Another thing when it comes to forex trading is that some people does not come to this game with a clear plan. You want to buy a prop firm, you don't even have a plan towards that prop firm. You don't have a plan towards the prop firm, you just get a prop firm. And after getting the prop firm, you pass the first one, about to make money, you lose it. Or you don't even pass at all. Then you go again and go and look for other money. No, that's not how to do it. So I'm going to still come online, but that is going to be, this is the document I want to send to trading room members. Please, Mr. Otimi, remind me about what I just said now. That I forgot before, but I now remember now. What I want to send is prop firm plans. So just remind me so that I will not forget again. So, like I was saying earlier, it's all about that plan. You want to get a prop firm, just get a prop firm. What is that now you want to achieve from it? Prop firm does, especially if you're a prop firm trader, I'm a prop firm trader. Prop firm is not where you trade like the way you are trading your personal money. No, there are rules that you are trading based on, and you must give yourself another rules again. Until I begin to reach 0.5 on prop firm, that was when I begin to see results. As a matter of fact, I started with 0.7, and there was a time August this year I had some rough edge. I saw that 0.7 cannot survive, but 0.5, as my strategy stands, I cannot feel any challenge when I reach 0.7, 0.5. I cannot. Even if I have 2% drawdown. Let us look at it. 0.5 means that if I was with 2% drawdown, means that I have already lost 4 times. And for the past 2 years, I have never had consistency loss of 4 times before in my analysis. I can have one, lose the first one, lose the second one, but the third one I'm going to make. Now, with that third one, or let me say I even lose the third one, with that fourth one, I can make 2% with just one of the trade. And that is the beauty of my own system. How do I know about this? Because I have sat down, I have looked at the market, and I have allowed the market to teach me what works in the forex market. So what do you need to become? Have a clear plan. A trader without a plan is not trading. There's a saying I got when I was in secondary school: he who fails to plan plans to fail. You're actually planning, but you are planning the other time. So as you are joining, please mute yourself, and you can also off your camera so that there will not be distraction. Okay, we know that we are all beautiful and handsome. So profitable traders think in system, not in moment. You don't think in moment. You don't think, oh, if I enter this thing, if this thing move like this, it go give me money. No. And you think logically. I used to tell people, I believe in God. God is white. And I believe say Satan day. Satan too is black. But me, I don't want to be black and I don't want to be white. I can't have the same state of God. But I believe that there's another color called gray. Let me stay in that position. Let me be diplomatic. Be diplomatic in your thinking. So if you now say that, okay, sometimes you enter a trade now, you just saw opportunity on good and then it gives you 2% of your capital. And you just feel like, oh, if I don't knock on better loss size. Then you want to knock on better loss size and there's a massive retracement. And the profit it gave you, it gave you 2%, it also collect 5% from you. You are down. You are only thinking in the moment. You are not thinking in line of your system. So a profitable trader needs to plan in system. So they know where they are going and what comes next after each milestones. You know where you are going and the next thing is going to happen. So this is the code for this. If you don't trade, if you don't decide your future, the market will decide it for you. And I've seen people that they've lost a lot of money in this trade. All their 9 to 5 jobs and everything they built over the years became crashed because of trading. Why? Because they do not have a plan. They do not have a plan. So before we go to the next one, if you're enjoying this meeting, please share with family and friends. Share your status. Those if you have trader in your circle, let them come and hear these things. Share with them so that they'll be able to come and learn. Okay, so let's go to the third one. We have about 7 of them to look into today. Become a skilled manager. I've talked about 2 already. This is the third one. Become a skilled manager. Trading is not about prediction. This is where trading, if it's about prediction, we are gamblers. It is not about prediction because you already know that you will lose some, you will win some. no matter how good you are, even the person that claims that he's trading God's strategy, eh, you will lose some, you will win some. You will win some, you will lose. It is certain. You cannot be the best strategy, best analyst in the world, and you're not going to lose some trade. But this is where it gets so interesting. That you are not predicting in the forex market is about management. Management. You don't lose money because you are wrong in the market. No, that's not why you lose money. You lose money because you cannot manage being wrong. You cannot manage the volume at which you are wrong with, and that is what makes you to lose money. And you continue losing money, and before you know it, you have lost tons of money. Okay, so when you master management, losses stop being dangerous to you. You don't even see that losses is dangerous again. They become controlled, and then you are good to go. So you must manage. What are the things that you must know how to manage? You must know how to manage money. And let me quickly explain this. Let me just give you a tips of what I want to discuss with the trading room when the orientation comes. Manage money. What do you want to manage? As a forex trader, you said that okay, this year now I want to start all over again. I have learned from Mr. James, I've learned from True Income. Then now I believe I have the skill. I want to go into it. How much do you want to put into that profit? Do you just say that okay, I want to just I don't 3,000 naira? No. Okay, you have saved, last year you have saved some amount of money. Then you said, okay, well, I want to risk $300. With $300, you can still get an account of 100K. But if you go and get $300 and go and get an account of 100K, that is not wise. That's why I said I'm giving you a system of trading now. It's not wise. What you need to do is you start very small. You give yourself chances to fail. Chances to fail. At least if you can still buy 3 or 4 prop firms, and then if you fail one, I'm telling you, you will win one or you will win two if you have the skill. And that too, just imagine you have 5K account of 4, that's already 20K. Though the 300 can get you 100K, good. Now some of them are doing promo. With 300K, you can get 200K profit account. But you said to use that 300K to get 5K account, which is what? 4 already, 20K. And you are only risking 300. Let's say you get 3, let's say you get 3 and you get 3 for $100. Let's just put that way so that the calculation will be easier. Then you fail one or you fail two. And you were able to hit 5% of one. You pass phase 1, phase 2 of one, and you hit 5% of one, or you hit 7% of one. You have your investment, which is 300, you have already recovered it, and you have also have another money to buy more. This is how this game works. I'm not going to say much than that because I'm already giving you a system that is for paid people. Now, your risk, you must be able to know how to manage your risk. You must be able to know how to manage your emotion. Emotion is something that you must know how to manage. You don't just come to the trading space and then you come and say, hey, I'm fearful today. If you are fearful, get out of the market. That's what I do. That's what I do. Or sometimes I have meetings with my team members, we discuss. And those guys are fantastic guys. Mainly we talk about them, but myself, oh, don't go be that. And if now you say you won't go carry baby, I don't dare say you carry baby up and down. Don't do anything that you know that I can give you peace of mind. Go. I said that thing that's what you know how to do. Okay, I'm just being real to you with you guys now. If not just to go somewhere, go shy you, go and do that and lift up your mind away from it, control your emotion. But that's not the best way to control emotion, by the way. I'm only playing with that. I don't ask you to go and say anytime you have losses in the market, I'm Mr. James thought maybe they do that too. I'm just kidding. Okay. Now you must be able to manage your decisions. And all these things I've told you, there are ways you can relate it with life experience. Manage your decisions. One thing I was able to realize when I was 25, immediately I got 25, was that I am on my own. I got into a mess this year because of my partnership with someone. But if I tell you how destructive this mess destroyed this person, but I was able to survive because my decisions were well managed. I've been master of that. I can easily switch. When the guy is talking about true income, some of you that you know the story of true income, you know that it was formerly alt income and all of that. I'm saying this information so I'll be able to know what we are doing here. The guy could not phantom how I was able to quickly move, build a new team, because I have already had all the options around me. I have made sure that people around me, I'm good to them. I don't have I don't treat people badly. They love me. I love them. And they were my strength. And that is what you need also. Your decision must be well controlled. You must just be a good person. That's what I'm saying here. And this, that it will reflect in the market. Please permit me to take water, please. So when I'm taking water, I've talked about three things. Can someone unmute himself? Maybe Rotimi or Heights remind you that and tell us the three things that we've talked so far before we continue. Can you come on board and tell us the three things we talked about so far? The three things that you must become to be profitable. Those of you that have been here before now, we are waiting, we are waiting, we are waiting. Okay, goodness, go ahead. Evening, boss. Evening, boss.
Yes, sir. I just want to try it. Actually, number one is to become a disciplined trader. You made mention that there's an analyst and a trader set on discipline that forex builds that it builds to shape our behavior. Then number two is okay. Number two is wait, let's speak now. Um ah okay, let me just move to number three. Number three, you said that we should become we should learn how to manage um uh, we should learn how to manage our money, our risk. You said it's not um it does not have how much we lose, but how we manage it, how we manage the money, our risk, as what we take after losing the is very, very important. So that number two, okay.
So okay, thank you, goodness, thank you, goodness. You tried, you did try. Okay, but I was expecting you guys when you come to training like this to income, come with a book. I might decide to not share this document with you guys. Come with a book. I don't know whether you can go ahead, please.
All right. Good evening, sir, and good evening, all. So number one, you stated that you become a disciplined trader. That means a discipline before becoming a trader, which is discipline uh, in all aspects of our life. Then number two, we should plan our plan. We should be people that plan and not just stick to trading alone. But as far as finance is concerned, as far as life is concerned, to be people that are well accurate with planning. Then number three is become a trade manager. Sir.
Thank you. That's it.
That is second.
Great. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on so that we'll be able to move very fast. Now, the fourth one is become the trader who preserves. Hmm? There are some times in this trading journey you are going to face quite a number of challenges. Like I've said from the beginning, that the market is not the forex market as its own entity is not sufficient, meaning that there's a balance between buyers and sellers. The distance between buyers and sellers is not much. Okay, and things that affect it is not like that of stock and the futures or the crypto. The banks make sure that they don't want to lose money, so they are very calculative in all what they are doing. With that, you have to know that there are sometimes the market will not just do anything. It does not want to go anywhere. I will give you an example. was it not a month ago, not this month, if Ice can correct me, that we did analysis on AUD NZD. AUD NZD has not moved away from, since that analysis has not moved away from that point for more than 20 pips. It's just moving up within 20 pips for almost 2 weeks. If the market doesn't want to go, don't go. If you leave the market and let the market do its village thing and you move on. So you have to have this person that you have perseverance. Okay, you can hold, you can be quiet, you can hold for long. And this helps you as a swing trader. I've already made it established from the beginning of today's training that as a forex trader, delete day trading from your dictionary if you want to be profitable. It's my opinion, and I'm saying it based on my experience over the time. If you want to be a day trader, your level of discipline will be times 3 of a swing trader. And how many people can have that discipline? So let's be fast now. So every trader meet a phase where results go quiet. You have to be able to hold on through that time, through that rough edge. And that is how life is generally. Life is always up and down. Bring my phone. Bring it. Life is always up and down. You cannot have it win all the time. You can't. You can't have it. You have to know there's no best life. There's no best marriage. There's no best studies. There's nothing best in life. Only God is the best out of all. And we human beings, we cannot be perfect. We cannot. We cannot, and you have to understand that. So you have to be able to understand the time that is not good and you hold on. You hold on for that time and let it pass away. And before, let me tell you something. I have discovered that there are seasons in life. There's a winter season and there's the summer season. Now, if you see the way there's a kind of bird called goose, American goose. During summer, there's a direction they fly. They don't fly to the north. They fly only to the south. I'm not sure, maybe north or south, but I know they only fly one direction. Now, those people are already, maybe the condition of the weather makes them to fly to that direction alone. But we are not a goose. We are human beings. It's not compulsory that every summer you fly to the south or north. You can control yourself and say today, oh, market don't go down. Me self, I go stay down. It's not giving opportunity. I stay away from the market. During this season, I was on someone's live. Was it not on Friday? On Friday, from the calendar that True Income released to the trading our community, says that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of last week, and Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday of this coming week, you should not trade. But there was a particular guy that was trading on that day on TikTok Live, and I was there. And this guy was saying it will buy. I called the signal, it will buy, that kind of thing. And right now, our present it is stop loss. Now, that was a good analysis. To be sincere with you, the funniest thing, market came down massively and later went up. But the person do not understand the way trading works. Trading at the wrong time, at the wrong season, this time is time for you to market to do crazy things. It will not follow anything because people are trying to seal up orders. Banks are trying to wrap up the whole of the things. Market will move anyhow. Why are you disturbing yourself? You will not lose the account that you're supposed to use to make money January. You will lose it in December. And then you are looking for another money to go and buy an account again next year. It doesn't make sense. It is stupidity, pure stupidity. These are the things that I discover that makes me to be profitable. Must I just risk 1%? Is it most for me to risk 2%? Is it most for me to begin to say that I must withdraw from this account? Is it a must? Is it a must? And that was the question I asked myself, that why can't I risk 0.5? Why can't I do this? And profitability begins to follow. So you have to be someone that has patience. It is where most traders exit the game. But profitable traders understand one truth. The market tests commitment before it releases reward. Say that again with me. The market tests commitment before it releases reward. That is the way the forex market. It will shake you. But when your result begins to come, I'm telling you this, for some of you that have stayed so long and there's nothing to show for it yet, continue. Follow someone that knows that yes can lead you to the promised land, that has the mentality also with you, As a matter of fact, what True Income, we had a 1 week meeting, and one of the things we highlighted is that we don't just want to push analysis. We want to push the right mentality for people to be able to be profitable. And I'll be doing more of this time. Even when I was learning, some of these things were taught. I'm telling you, my journey will be very, very fast. So perseverance is not stubbornness, it is faith backed by process. So let's move to the next one. Become the consistent trader. You cannot do this thing just for once and say you are going to make money. No, you have to be consistent with it. You have to do it over and over again. You can't. So you have to continue doing it. It makes sense, you do it. It doesn't make sense, you do it. But in the point of doing it, make sure you journal every process. Make sure you are seeing a pattern, because the forex market gives pattern. And as a matter of fact, the life itself gives pattern. If you study a successful man, you see a pattern of how the person lives, and you can copy that pattern and you are good to go. Success will come your way sooner or later. These are things I discovered. They are not motivation, they are principles that works. They are principles that works, that really works. Okay, so consistency is louder than talent. If there's anybody that is a student of last year, I don't know, maybe it's still there. When I was in school, there's a quote somewhere that said, hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. And since I saw that thing, I put it on my own level, I put on my head that even when there is talent, but hard work can be talent. And what is one thing that makes it to be hard work? There must be consistency in that thing that makes it to be hard work. You just do it once and say that you're hardworking. No, you have to be doing it for some times. So consistency is that thing that makes hard work to come to result. And consistency is not just about motivation. Okay, motivation can make you to start, but consistency and discipline will make you to continue and finish it up. So doing the right thing again and again, even when results are delayed, the market does not reward instantly, it rewards repetition. Repetition, that is it. And I do music. One of the techniques we use in soloing, when you see a good guitarist soloing or a pianist soloing, is repetition. That you do it over and over and over again with different style is what makes you to be creative. So master one process, execute it with patience. This is how you form edge in the market, and before you know it, it just become an habit for you. So if you are going to the next into the trading space next year, these are the things that you must do. So I want to be very fast now. Become emotionally intelligent. Now, like any other time again, this 2026 that you are going into is time that you need to be emotionally intelligent at every time. Don't let anybody shake you anyhow. Don't let anybody just come to your DM and begin to just wave around your emotion. Okay, you have to understand emotional intelligence. There's one, as a voice leader and also a life coach. There are quite a number of people that have situations, they reach out to me for advice, and I coach some people just on life coach, not on trading alone. That's another thing I do. There's this, I want to just share something from this. There's this lady, you know, where before, for like 2 weeks ago or a month ago, throughout August, I was not available even for trading because my wife just gave birth and all of that. So I was not available for the girl also for her sections during that time. But there's one thing that happens to her. She has been this. She just want to be in a relationship. She's not in Nigeria, but she just want to be in a relationship. I don't know. She just want to have a man. So then I've been trying to take her through some sections of understanding that life is not about man, develop yourself and all of that. Then this was what happened during that time that I was not available. She met some and decided dating. During that period of just 1 month, it's not even up to 1 month, I was not available. She started dating a guy. Do you believe that he met the guy also there in the UK, both of them are in the UK? In the place of just 1 month, this lady has spent almost 2,000 euro for this guy. Now, because she's not just emotionally what intelligent, this guy came. So you're how naive you are. I begin to be you, but you don't want to lose and the guy, and finally you lost your money. Probably she lost her body, I don't know. She also lost her what? Relationship. And these are the things that also happens when it comes to the forex trading. You lose your money, you lose your sanity, you will lose your emotion. Some people will even lose their laptop in the process because they will just put the laptop somewhere, say, Because you are not emotionally intelligent, the market will expose your fears, amplify your greed, and punish your impatience. First, do not be greedy in the market. Risking 1%, risking to 0.5% on some people is as if, are you correct? Why will you ask me to risk 0.5? But if you risk 2%, you know that yes, you can make 10%. But is that what you want to? Is that your goal? Your goal and your plan should not be that you want to double your account. Your goal and account is that you want to play with numbers. You want to understand that 2%, 3% in a month is not bad. As a matter of fact, I and my team, we don't see market as 1%, as we make $20 today, we make $300 today, we make $1,000 today. No. What you should tell me is how many percentage of your capital do you make? And if you can make 5% in a month, you are good, you are a genius. You can make 2%, you're a genius. What you need to do is that if you have $3,000 account and you can make 2% of $3,000 account monthly, go and get a $1 million account. Make 2% of $1 million account. You have made a lot of money for your generation. Play with numbers. So that is the greed part of it. Don't be greedy. The second part of it is don't be fearful. If you know what you are doing, you have been trained, you have seen your setup, take it. You know that one shot you will miss one, and you don't know the one that we are going to make. But eventually, you are going to what? Getting as a trader as I am now, I don't have any face in forex market because I know what I can do. I know how I can see my analysis. I know I'm good at analysis. And I told you that when I became good at analysis, that amplify my what? My being a trader. Okay, so and then you're impatient. That's another thing I used to do before. I was not patient, but now I can hold positions for 2 days, for 3 days, even in losses, as far as it's not telling me to get out. And because I know that the only reason I can hold it for 2 days, 3 days in losses is because I know the amount I'm going to lose. It will not affect me. Meaning that I can make up to 2% with one trade. Then I will lose 0.5. Do you think I'm going to panic? No. So every emotional trade is a confusion that discipline was absent. You are not disciplined. That's what it means. So calm execution is a superpower. Emotional control is silent profit. So let's move on. Let's move on. I don't want to take a lot of time. Now, become this one. You must do it. Become data driven. I will not make emphasis on this because this, you understand this fully, you are good to go. And this is one of the things that we talk about in trading room and also in our master class. Feelings lies. That's the truth. I have discovered that if you give, especially some of you that are into relationship, you don't marry that girl because of you are having feelings for her, because you get yansh. Yansh go pelebe later. Yansh go comot. Feelings lies. It's Victoria, you're laughing. That's the truth. Feelings lies. It takes people time to understand that. But the truth remains that feelings always tell lies. You can't tell me that you buy gold because you feel like it's going to go up. Oh, yeah, maybe you two are trading God's strategy. Please, as you're coming in, please mute yourself. Sorry for that. Okay, so feelings lies. Charts don't. Charts don't. The forest chart does not. I mean, no make me laugh. Charts don't lie, but your feelings can lie. And another thing that does not lie is what? Your numbers do not lie. Your numbers do not lie. And what makes me profitable is journaling. I can tell you that because I was able to. I was open to a style of journaling by my mentor before and after, before and after. But I realized that that is not the proper way of journaling. And uh, of course, I've done trainings with True Income has done trainings on journaling before. You can go to our YouTube channel, you will see quite a number of journaling trade techniques. Even I give you format and all of that. And there's another thing I want to do this year again. I've not done it next year, but maybe I will sit down and I'll do it. There's another form of journaling, but this one is going to. I saw it somewhere, and it's going to. Okay, a course I bought a long time ago. This holiday. I went to go and get it. I did not finish that course. That was the course I introduced him to journaling and some of the things I'm teaching you. And that same course, there's something that I never knew that. That's another thing. Incomplete study. Incomplete study kills. I never knew that there's this part of the course that's still much more bigger than what I was expecting. I already thought I already know everything from the course. The guy was talking about how you can know your all your drawdown even before it happens. And it shows Excel sheet. And I saw, wow, this is massive. And I also try to work on that also. And of course, when I master it, I also come to the house to explain that to you. So feelings lie. So you cannot trade based on your feelings. That you are so happy tomorrow today, trading can make you sad at the end of the day. You can gamble your way to 5% in the morning and then gamble yourself to minus 10% at night. That's the truth. I have traded my experience of trading profit. I have traded a particular profit and I nearly passed it. I was on the break even, just the account, and on the day I was risking high. I was nearly getting to 10% to pass that profit. Those days, profit challenges is always 10%. And in the morning, I was only 8%. I supposed to stop trading for that day. Opportunity only gives the money in the morning. I thought market is going to continue that direction that the day. London section comes. The London section gave me the 8%. New York section gave me collected the 8% and collected about 8% for me again from the account. And I couldn't recover the account again. So look how many percentage I lost the one I've gained already, and I also within a day. Those are the things. Feelings. So it lies. Now, profitable trader reviews themselves honestly towards their journal, tracking their performance. And that is the only way you can improve. It's when I was in secondary school, a friend of mine taught me journaling. I don't know. That guy, his name is Samuel. He happened to be the best student in the set then in my class. Then I became friends with him. He loves me just the way I talk, I advise everybody. This part of me been how I am since secondary school. So then he was a bad boy. He's very good when it comes to book, but the guy is a bad guy. If I tell you that bad guy, just take it from me. Very bad guy. He runs shit within the school premises those days as secondary school. But he wants to change. Then he got close to me. Then part of me for me to be able to help him to change. And then me too, I need the education part of from him. Then he told me one day that his secret is one thing that he might be doing we in school every time when we are in school. But that when the teacher is teaching, at the back of his notes, he always writes some key points. Then when he gets home, he tries to understand those key points. And those key points are things that he continue. So whenever they are teaching so things, what he wants to write down is not the notes. He wants to write the key points. And then bring it up together at the end of the what's it called? The week, every weekend. And at the end of the terms, that's what he wants to study, and he becomes the best student. Journaling and review. That was what he was teaching me. I never knew until now that I now understand that data turns mistake into lessons and lessons into systems. So we are already rounding up this training today. So let's go in for the next one. Become adaptable. A forex trader and a profitable trader is adaptable. And this is why you see some people, they are profitable 2024, 2025, they are not profitable. They are already out of the market. And the funny thing about market is that market can be giving you peanuts and you're enjoying it. Give you $2,000, $3,000 and enjoying it. But the time that is going to collect money from you if you're not disciplined and you're not a consistent disciplined trader, is that year you felt that last year you did well now. Let me go and collect people's money. And the year that I collect people's money, you will now think that, oh, it was because I collected people's money. No, it was because you did not do what you used to do when you were trading natural things. And these are the secret of trading. Okay, so the market change, it changed. Okay, volatility shift from the upside to the downside. All of these things happens. Conditions evolves, and this is why some people they will say that there was one guy that I met some times ago. The guy said that he traced what was it called very well. He traced was one thing I used to call him said that he traced price action before, but price action does not work. Now he's now trading um SMs and ICT. SMs and ICT will not work for you if price action does not work for you. Do you know why? Because you are not adaptable. You're not adaptable. That's just the truth. So you have to also evolve. There's a way I used to see some of these things before when I was taught. I did not see them that way again. I have revolved over the time. So being rigid, traders break. Okay, flexible traders survive. You survive, and this thing I would do is that I want to survive the rough time. If you can survive, and that is why risk management is not a negotiation. Because when you have not been able to realize that the market is evolving and is moving, I will give you an example. I did a trade on I did call it trade on hard CHF towards the end of this year, I think during December. It moves. The first movement moves massively. So then I was expecting a retracement and it traced back to the entry. Okay. Now, normally I would have said that, oh, it will pick up from that place and go up. But because I'm an experienced trader and I've seen this thing out with place all the time. When it comes to CHF, I do not even play with it. I will leave my market straight away. And I said to leave the market. Go back to what I'm saying now. It would have made me to lose the whole of that profit and then even find myself in losses. Because there was 2 years ago, I can't remember, December, January, that was the same thing that happened on cash CHF. Myself and my mentor, was it 2 years or 3 years ago? About 3 years ago, it was 3 years ago. Myself and my mentor, we were buying cash CHF. We were sure that it's going to buy. We've seen all the patterns. We've seen the Elliott wave and all of those things. And it moves up a little bit. Lo and behold, it gave us a massive sell. We said, oh, it's coming back to another level. Let's get in. We enter almost 4 times and it kept on eating our top losses. And that was when I knew that, oh, no, this thing, no, it's not about. Of course, I was with my mentor. If I was doing something that is wrong, my mentor should have told me that it is wrong. Okay, so because, of course, he has the total say over me. But that time he taught both of us that lesson. I know that he has learned that lesson before me, but me, I was able to that it's not immediately know what you are doing in the market. If the market says it's not going that way, it's not going. So be adaptable. So those are the things that I've talked about 8 things now that you need to do to become a profitable trader. To become a profitable trader. So in the closing, let's look at all these things together. Now, the final truth is that profitable is not a destination. It is a version of yourself. If you want to be profitable, there must be something that you are willing to become. We have already talked about 8 of those things that you need to become. You have to become a skilled manager. You have to become a risk manager, a good risk manager. You have to become disciplined. You have to be consistent. You have to be emotionally intelligent. You have to be adaptable in everything that you do. So you have to become disciplined, planned. Okay, you have to be a planned person. Okay, maybe the first week of the training, I will give you trading plan to also help you. Only for those that already know what they are doing. But if you want access to those things, so if you want access to those things, you can join us. You can join our trading room. Trading room registration is still on. It's kickstart next first week of next month. And trading room is just a community where traders that are experienced, it's not a training ground, it's where traders that are experienced come to trade together. And there are quite a number of requirements on that, not on that also, which we have been giving it on the platform already. So profit stops being forced. Stop being forced. As a matter of fact, what you need to actually do when it comes to forex trading is not profit. It will, because if you have become someone that attracts profit, it will become natural. Let me tell you something I discovered in life. That life does not, good things do not come to those that want it. No, you cannot attract good things just because you want it. If that is it, every one of us want a soft life. It will come our way. You have to leave that illusion of that if I just want something to. No, good things attract those that they are attracted. They have the quality, and they will stay in a place where those that have the quality. So what you need to do to be profitable is to have the quality of profitable trader. And that's just it. That is the only thing. Now, if I do not have your number, I cannot reach out to you. I have your number, I can reach out to you. See, only those that have the attitude of being profitable and a habit of being profitable, that profitability will land in their compounds. And that is how it works. So the market eventually rewards the trader who becomes ready. So if you are ready for 2026, we are already ready. True income, we are ready. We are putting everything. As a matter of fact, now I can also break it to the community that true income is recognized in the Nigeria limited company. fully registered. We are licensed to practice what we want to practice now. So you should be sure that we are fully licensed. And I was expecting that you are going to be clapping for us now. Now only poor they rejoice with us. This is what we have been working for how many months now? Now God help us to be able to achieve that. Okay. So thank you for those people that clap. So you should know that we are working very hard to be able to take you to the journey of that profitability, and it is only for those that are willing. We have created 4 aspects for you to be able to achieve these things with us. You don't know how to analyze at all. You don't know anything about forex trading. Come for our quarterly masterclass. It's already established, licensed for masterclass every couple months. January is going to start now, so we are going to have 3 masterclass in a year. So we are not just doing anything anyhow. That when we feel like, Leroy, look at you. Sorry, please. It was my boy that removed the cord for the internet, and the internet went off. Are you there? Yeah, get down. Get down. Can you hear me, please? Yeah, get down. Sorry, please. Sorry for that.